Hey guys, just a couple of random things as usual, one thing and another that aren't connected but then they sort of are, sort of thing. Some of you might have seen a video by a guy called Dean somebody, and apparently the story, I'll give you the story as shortly as possible if you haven't seen it already. There's some dude called Joey somebody who's some fabulous, very popular YouTuber. Lots of subscribers and lots of views and sort of front page YouTuber. I'd never actually heard from him. I heard about him before until this, but apparently he parked across somebody's driveway and then had his car towed. And he's one of those vloggers that I consider to be a real vlogger who just sort of walks and talks and whatever happens. And he'd done this vlog. He had his car towed, so he's bitching basically. He was just bitching on his video about someone towed my car and it was only that much across their driveway, but they had it towed away and they're bitches, and he just sort of carried on like a bitch. And so he's the famous YouTuber, right? Had his car towed. And then there's some nobody like us called Dean, who actually does have a YouTube channel, but just a few views like us, and nobody sort of knows him. And it was his house, and he was the guy that had the car towed. And it seems like he's an actor or something. It seems that just from his videos and so on, it seems like he's an actor and maybe a DJ or something. But he made an excellent video because this vlogger's video, the famous guy's video, was all over YouTube bitching about this dude who had his car towed. So this guy Dean made a reaction video to it, and he was really clever. It was really well done. If you haven't seen it already, I'll put a link down underneath this video in the description. And it's gone viral because it was really well done. He really slammed this Joey dude, but he did it in a, I think some people would say passive aggressive way, others would say in a really clever way. And he just did it really well. He didn't swear about him, or he addressed it to him and made the video to this Joey guy, and he just pointed out that what he'd said wasn't true, that the car was parked across the driveway and a few other things. So I'll put a link to it down in the description. So this video, my video, is about, first of all, saying, did you see that video? How cool was that? If you haven't seen it already, click the link down in the description, go and watch it, and then come back here if you want to, because yeah, it's worth watching. It's an absolute classic. It's an absolute classic piece of work. It's clever. I think it's one of the things that's lacking on YouTube is cleverness. That even the comedy stuff tends to be pranking, and I don't mind a bit of pranking video. I think some pranking videos are pretty clever. That Riat guy, the Rahat guy, the magic guy that does the magic pranks, he's pretty clever. And some of them are pretty clever, but I think a lot of it's just pie in the face juvenile stuff, really. And a lot of the most popular stuff on YouTube is just a mystery, guys copying nutshot videos and viral videos, and then talking about them for 5 minutes and getting paid $1 million for it. We know. So, but at least I make videos about something, which leads me to my next point. I hate the word vlogger. I really hate the word vlogger because to me it conjures up images of somebody making no effort at all, just turning on their camera and going about their day-to-day life. To me, that's a vlogger. And I know that technically that it's more than that. That technically it's probably fair to say on this channel that we do vlogs. Probably is. I'm not going to debate this. Some people's definition, probably the dictionary definition too, is this video right now is a vlog. But just for me, my own definition of a vlogger is somebody, first of all, who puts no effort or no thought or planning into the video at all. But secondly, which is why I object to our Japan channel videos being called vlogs, because the bit of work goes into them, and just call it a vlog lumps it in with the people that just turn their camera on, the computer on, and sit there and talk. Do you like my bedroom? Look at my bedroom. Did you see my bear? Here's my bear, and lumping that sort of video in with our Japan channel videos, really, I find it rather offensive, actually. Even when someone's a compliment, someone says, I really love your vlogs. It's like, oh, they're being complimentary, but it's just like, oh, fuck, don't call it a vlog. But anyway, the point is that Joey dude seems to be, he's a gamer, but it also, the extracts of the video that we saw was exactly that, what I considered to be a vlog. And that's those people that they just turn the camera on. Now we've got guys like the Ray William Johnson Phillison. I know it's not his name, but we've got that guy that, you know, he copies videos from the web and then sits there and just comments on them. Now, you know, to me that's incredible. He makes millions of dollars doing that, which he does make millions of dollars, but that's okay. At least he's got some creativity and he does something. Or the other guys, you know, that what's his name? Oh yeah, Sexist Phil, you know, Sexist Phil's okay. He puts some thought into his things, and there's actually there's a topic. I think that's the point, is that there's a topic. Now with Ray William Phillison and with Sexist Phil, there is a topic. They have a topic, they have planning, they have editing, they do it, and they do something, and you know, it's amazing they make millions of dollars from that. But okay, that's cool. I think the ones that amaze me are the ones like Tripping Charles, and I know I'm not getting any of these names right because I don't want to advertise any of these people. I don't want to help them become more famous than they are. Famous YouTuber for me is an oxymoron too, you know, it's only fucking YouTube, it's not real world. But anyway, ones like Tripping Charles and those people amaze me. And this Joey dude, it just amazes me that they just basically turn the camera on. Who's that girl? What's that girl's name? I just sell out. I just sell out to Apple. Now, what's her name? I just a bimbo. I can't remember what her name is, but you know, there's a girl that does it too, and there's lots of them that do it. They put no planning, no thought. There's nothing. There's no topic. There's no topic. One of the hints is usually that their thumbnail is just their face, because they are always the topic. And one of the hints is that the thumbnail is almost always their face. That the other hint is that the title of the videos often have I or we in them, because the actual video is about those people every time. And it's just amazing, you know. I mean, I think the most interesting thing about YouTube is people talking, and that's the difference between it and television, I think. And so, you know, Sexist Phil or any of those people, they find some interesting topic and talk about it, and it gives a platform then for the viewers, you know, to talk about, respond to it, and they talk amongst themselves. I mean, there's an element of bullshit there that those front page YouTubers, I prefer to call them front page YouTubers to famous YouTubers, because I don't think there's anything such thing as a famous YouTuber. It's only YouTube, it's not the real world. But I think one thing that does suck a bit about those big guys is that they'll ask a question, tell me what you think, you know, and then there's 20,000 answers or 20,000 comments down in the comment section. They're not reading them. The reason that they want comments is that it helps make videos more popular. So that's why those guys almost always have a question in their video. Tell me what you think, you know. And I'm just talking about the ones that get 20,000 views and don't 20,000 comments and don't read the comments, you know, because there's a lot of people that ask for feedback and get it and interact with their viewers, and I think that's what it's all about. That's why we bit the bullet on the Google Plus thing, so that we could respond to comments, because that interaction is something that you don't get on TV. You know, if you watch something on TV, you don't get to interact, do you, with other viewers or with the people who made the documentary or the video or whatever it is. So I think that's an important part of YouTube, is the interaction. But yeah, the big YouTubers. So that's, I know we're sort of getting a bit of a rant going on here, a bit of a rave, but the point is that the mystery, this is the mystery, is these ones that don't have a topic. Now, I can understand why Sexist Phil gets views, because he finds interesting topics, and he talks about interesting topics, and even if you don't find what he says interesting, it triggers lots of conversation amongst the viewers, and that's healthy, and that's worthwhile stuff, I think. Even if it's, you know, whatever the topic is, it's worthwhile, it gets people thinking and talking. But the ones that amaze me is they don't do anything. you know, that Shay Carl and his family is the same. It's like, it's basically reality TV, isn't it? You know, Shay Carl and Sexist Phil and no, not Sexist Phil, he's okay. Tripping Charles and all these others that just basically, all they're really doing is just going about their lives with cameras on. So, okay, we're going to the supermarket now. Hi everyone. Yeah, we're going to the supermarket, aren't we, John? Yeah. And, you know, let's go. And, hey, so tell him what you did on the weekend. Oh, he's really funny. You know what he did on the weekend? Just crap about them. There's no topic. It's just reality, like reality TV. They're just turning on the camera and just going about their lives. You know, here we are in the kitchen now and talking in the kitchen. What are you doing? What's the topic? There's no topic. And what's interesting, and this is what triggered this, was on that Dean, that clever video that we started talking about. A lot of the Joey guy, the famous Joey guy, a lot of his fans came over to the clever video, to the Dean video, and got really pissed off. And that guy's getting death threats, and all these angry people, all these angry teenagers on there going, "You shouldn't pick on Joey. I know Joey, and he's a good person," right? And that's the interesting thing, is that they really think they know these people. They really think that when these people turn the camera on, that they're really showing them the real person and that they're really their friend. You know, read the comments. If you're going to have a look at that Dean guy's video, have a look through the comments, and you'll find lots of people going, "Oh man, that was awesome, well done." But you'll also find a whole heap of angry little people in there going, "No, you shouldn't say that about Joey. Joey's fabulous, and you know, you shouldn't pick on Joey," and all this sort of shit. What the fuck? You know, it's really strange. So I think first of all, what's interesting is the self-absorbed pretentiousness of making endless videos just about your day-to-day life, as if that's interesting. You know, how self-absorbed and pretentious to think, you know, you going to the supermarket with your friend is fascinating viewing for other people. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, isn't it amazing that it is fascinating viewing for other people? You know, that these guys, you know, I just a bimbo, you know, takes a video of herself walking through the Apple store. Thank you, Apple. You know, and just talking to the camera, and then walking down the street and talking to the camera, and you know, 500,000 people watch it. You know, isn't it amazing that people find that interesting? Whenever I watch those videos, I always end up thinking to myself that my friends are more interesting than that. Like, how boring must not only your own life be, but your friends' lives, if you find those boring talking to the camera, vlogging people, that's so fascinating. And you read the comments and they get right into it. You know, Shay Carl, what a classic. He started off, and here's another aspect to this as well. He started off as a working class dude with 3 kids, you know, and he was overweight and he was working class dude struggling away there. And they just loved him, and off they went. I think one of the reasons for that is that there's very few happy families anymore. And that dude seems to have a really happy family, and I think a lot of people absorb themselves in his videos and convince themselves that they're part of his life, so that they feel all warm and fuzzy because their own families are shit. And let's face it, who's you know, happy, well-balanced families are a rare thing these days. But for whatever reason, they found him fascinating, and he's now, you know, a hugely popular YouTuber who's making millions of dollars. And this is another interesting thing, is these people often start off as sort of struggling, you know, working class people, and then they get really popular, and then what happens is they're still making these vlogs of themselves just going about their daily lives, but you'll notice that their lives get more exotic because they're getting millions of dollars from YouTube. And they are getting millions of dollars. You guys can Google this yourself and see for yourself that they do. They get millions of dollars from YouTube, and they become millionaires. So they start off with it being like Shay Carl was, like a struggling family that's just going about their life, and all of a sudden now they're living in a big flash house and they're getting lots of money and they're all millionaires driving around in expensive cars. And people keep watching. And it's the most bizarre thing. It's like you see what I mean? It's like a self-perpetuating thing where it starts off as just a Joe Public guy that everybody can relate to, and then he ends up a millionaire because of YouTube, but the YouTubers keep watching him and keep supporting him, and it's the same as Tripping Charles and all that. You know, Tripping Charles goes off to Europe, you know, recently. You know, he started off as a battler as well, you know, he used to make, you know, like battler. He's just a working class dude, you know, and now he's the same. He earns millions of dollars a year from YouTube as well. So he's tripping off to Europe. Here we are in Europe, and here we are here, and here we are back in the aeroplane again. And you know, I Just Sold Out's the same. She's the same. She's always tripping off. She actually does vlogs of herself going off to big cities to get paid money by big companies for being there, which is just, those guys must laugh themselves silly at night that they get paid to do what they get paid to do. It's absolutely unbelievable. This isn't jealousy, it's just amazement. I reckon anybody that can make millions of dollars doing stuff they like doing, it's fantastic, you know. But it just amazes me. I mean, I think the Sexist Phil and the Ray William Phillison type videos where they put a little bit of thought into it, you can sort of understand how they can end up being popular. But these ones that just talk, they walk down the street and they're just average Joe Publics. There's nothing special about them. You know, I Just a Bimbo, I know lots of girls like her in Australia. You know, that she's not really that amazing. She's just a blonde, blue-eyed bimbo that's got lots of confidence. And I know lots of girls like that in Australia. Good-looking, blonde, blue-eyed girls are quite often super confident. And there's nothing outstanding about her that, you know, wouldn't be in another dozen girls that are just the same. So, and the guys are the same, you know, these dudes are the same. You think, well, what's Tripping Charles and his girlfriend got going for him that's so popular? You know? And how boring are these people's lives that sit there and watch their videos one after another? That's absolutely incredible. You know? That they find those people's lives so interesting, you know? And it is their lives, it's not their topic. That's the difference. You know, the Sexist Phil and those guys, they're not the topic. Sexist Phil isn't the topic. He talks about other topics, and Ray William Phillison, he doesn't do anything creative. He just copies other videos from the internet. But they're interesting videos. You know, they're the topic. He's not the topic. But these other ones, they're the topic. You know, let's watch me walking to the supermarket. You know, and 500,000 people watch, and then read the comments. The comments are just twisted. Oh, I really like your haircut this week. It looks really good. You should always have your hair cut like that. First of all, saying that comment. Secondly, thinking that person that gets 20,000 views on every video, or 20,000 comments on every video is going to read their comment. They don't read their comments. They're getting 100,000 comments a week. We get about 500 a day. It takes ages to read through 500 comments. So when they're getting 20,000 per video, they're not getting 50,000 comments a week. They're not reading them. They're not reading them. These people write their comments as if these dudes are reading it. You know, I really like your hair like that. You should always wear it like that. What the fuck? What the fuck? You know? And that's what triggered this, was the people reacting to that Joey dude. You know, reacting to the video about that Joey dude. Oh, you shouldn't say that about Joey. I know him and he's a really good person. They don't know him. They just watch his videos, but they think they know him. They think he's their friend, you know. Twisted stuff. Anyway, that was a bit of a rant, wasn't it? But anyway, tell me what you think. I promise I'll read your comment. Tell me what you think. More videos coming soon.